Hello there.
Hello there, Peanut.
Peanut! Welcome to Corellian Chinwag, part of the What If Qui-Gon Didn't Die podcast. My name's Jamie.
And my name is Nice Paul. Sean.
Someone's been on the silly sauce today.
Silly sauce.
This is our Friday show. This is our little weekly catch-up where Shaun, that's his real name, and myself, Jamie, reintroduced. We just have a little catch-up. We see what we've been up to over the past week or so.
And have a little peek behind the curtain, as it were, into our little lives.
Yes. And we hope you enjoy listening to whatever we've been up to. So, without further ado...
A doo-doo, a doodly-doo-doo-doo-doo. It's been so long, man. I'm buzzing. I'm just excited. There's an energy in the air.
There is an energy, and I think we're both tired.
Yeah.
But
excited at the same time to do the podcast. So we're like, imagine two batteries that really want to work but can't. You're rubbing them together to put them back in the remote. You've
got it under your armpit, rolling away, trying to get it to warm up a bit, just to give you just 2 more minutes of the flashlight.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. We're going to start with you this week because we always start with me. So I'm going to ask the question, Jamie. How have you been? What have you been up to? Let's give the people what they want.
The people demand rubber dicks.
No thanks, Turkish. I'm sweet enough.
The people demand rubber dicks! Dildo! Dildo! Dildo!
Dildo. Now, can you name the film that comes from? Oh, there we go.
Pineapple Express?
No, it's not, but that is also a good film. I really enjoy Pineapple Express.
Yeah, it's funny.
That is from one of the American Pie films. It might be from the second one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know how long it's been since I've seen American Pie? My mate Alex is going to kill me. He loves them films.
They're definitely of a time.
Yeah.
And I used to love them, but I haven't watched them for so long either. They were, and they probably still are, a lot of fun. I haven't really grown up, so...
This is the thing. I think they're one of those... It's like Euro Trip. I think I could watch that now.
Yeah.
And go, they can never make a film like that today, but it's still funny.
And still in your head, you just be going around going, Scotty doesn't know.
Yeah. Hey, it's Matt Damon. Yeah. Scusi.
Anyway, off we go on a little ramble, as we want to do. Right, so you asked what I've been up to, how I am, what's going on, and I can tell you I'm very well.
Good. You look well.
Which is surprising because I'm also very tired. I feel like I'm falling apart. Further back to what we've been talking about in the past, last week, I'm still running.
Good, I like this.
Which is positive.
I like to hear this.
I don't want to talk about it too much because it is quite a boring subject for a lot of people. But in the space of 10 days, I went from struggling to do 1.5 miles.
Yeah.
To I ran 3 miles the other day.
Mate, look at that. Your body's gone, oh yeah, I remember how to do this.
Yeah.
Bibbidi bosh.
And it still hurts.
Yeah, but the burn is good though, right?
It is, and it's interesting that when I started, the first day I ran, my ankles were killing. I got flat feet.
Yeah.
So I really struggled. So the next day I couldn't walk. The day after that was even worse. But that second day, I had already decided I was going to go for a run again.
Yeah.
Even with the pain. So I got my shoes on and off I went, and I could barely move to start.
Yeah.
And it probably took a good sort of 300-400 meters.
Oh, to get
just to loosen up just enough to sort of, not to say comfortable, because I wouldn't say at any point was I comfortable, but to a point where I could still keep going.
Yeah. That's good though.
But yeah, I'm pleased that I'm doing it.
Yeah.
I went out today as well. I was going to go this morning. Wish I had. I didn't. I went this afternoon instead. as a last minute thing. I didn't really think about it. So what I actually did was I drank a can of Sprite not long before I decided, I should go for a run, because I was finishing work a touch early, and I thought I'll just get out there and make the most of it.
Yeah.
Don't run on fizzy pop. It's uncomfortable.
It's just air, isn't it? It's what's it doing in your little belly, fizzing up.
Yeah,
it's like a shaken Coke bottle in there.
It's not ideal. So yeah, but overall, even if I'm struggling with the running, I'm enjoying that I'm doing it.
This is what I like to hear, because that is the kind of endorphinish, I've done it, I feel really good talk that you need to hear.
Yeah.
To keep going. But I was going to ask though, because you've got flat feet, do you ever wear like insoles in your trainers? Are they no good for you?
So I do have insoles.
Yeah.
I don't use them, but I have used them. I've got some which have got the proper sort of built up for the arch sort of thing.
This is what I mean, yeah, the arch build up gel insoles, yeah.
I might reinstall them. I say this because normally I wear some compression socks. They're like little
ribbed socks,
ankle booties. They're so tight, but they just hold everything in nice and tight. Just there's no movement. Your arch can't collapse because it's literally been scaffolded in place.
I like them type of socks though, especially for work.
I mean,
your feet all day. People on your feet all day appreciate stuff like that.
Yeah, and these are the tightest socks. Like, I'm a size 12.
Yeah.
This is like if I bought socks for somebody with size 5 feet.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
The difference is that there's no toes in them.
Right.
So you don't actually... They're the right size for my feet, but they are small on purpose. But because there's no end to them, it kind of doesn't matter how big they are.
Yeah.
As long as they sort of hold everything together. So I've worn them most times I've run.
Yeah.
I didn't wear them today. I think it's going to be one of those things where I'd like to not run with them, but it's going to take, I'm going to run without, and just see if I can sort of build up some strength. Because if I always have those socks on, I feel like that muscle's never going to get any better, because it can't, because it's not able to stretch. It's not doing what it needs to do. So I think a bit on and off,
just to slowly build it up.
Yeah. So that's sort of a plan. More often than not, I will be wearing them.
Yeah, but it's better for you, especially if you're doing stuff the next day. You're going to need your feet. To be able to take your body weight.
Well, exactly. Thankfully, I sit down all day now, so.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I saw quite a funny meme.
Okay.
And it's a clip from, I think it's from maybe This Country, which I've never watched.
This Country. Now, I was going to talk about this meme because you put it in our little group chat, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
Yeah, I actually like This Country.
Yeah, and I've never watched it. I've heard it's really good. I should watch it.
It's a funny kind of humour.
Yeah.
All right, and the way they filmed it is pretty good. It's a mockumentary.
Yeah.
That meme, when I first saw that scene as the actual TV show, was one of the best scenes because it just is every British person.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yeah. So, obviously, being an audio medium that we're on.
Yeah.
And explaining something in video is going to be tricky, but to give the listener some idea.
Yeah.
One of the characters is talking to his friend, and he says to her, "I don't even know what it is you do," in a West Country accent.
Yeah.
And
I don't even know what it is you do.
and his friend sat there, and she's got like all these like the filing boxes.
Kerry Mucklow, her name is.
Yeah.
And his name's Curtain. Because you know why? He wears curtains. It's curtains.
Curtains.
You know when he likes a girl because he's look. He's parting his curtains in you.
So she's sat in front of these filing boxes. She's got a little suit on. He's saying, "I don't even know what it is you do." She looks around left and right, pulls a bit of a face, shrugs her shoulders, and goes, "Business."
Yeah, business.
And I'll relate it to that.
Yeah, it's just so funny because in the actual show, she doesn't really have an idea of what's going on, and I think that's what makes it more funny. Because if you see the episodes, it's like a whole pyramid scheme thing. She's been sucked in.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, when she looks around and says business, like everybody who works from home, that is the vibe that I get from them. It's like, what'd you do then? Oh, business.
And then I was shown just last night. I was shown a little clip from Armstrong and Miller, which is another sort of sketch comedy type.
Yeah.
They were playing characters, sat on a train or a plane. Maybe I think it was on a plane. And one of them's like, "Oh, what do you do?" And it's like, "Well, I don't really know. I go. I'm going to California today. Tomorrow I'm going to be going somewhere else. Next week I'm due to be in France, somewhere else. I turn up, I have some meetings, and I don't know." And then they workshop trying to work out what it is that he does. Like, so I don't think I'm a fireman. I don't think I'm a nurse. I don't think I'm this. I don't think I'm that. I don't think I'm this. He's got no idea, and it's really funny. But that's how I felt. I'll find the clip for you. So you
send the clip
it's
over,
an Armstrong and Miller clip about what do they do.
Yeah,
it's quite funny. What else have I been up to? So at the weekend I did a little bit of baking.
Oh yeah. Insert Bake Off music here.
I don't know if we can get the rights to that one.
That's right, I've just hummed it for him.
Perfect.
That'll be alright.
Perfection. So I cooked I baked some brownies.
Nice.
I've now made it once. Next time I make it, I'm going to make some alterations.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to make hopefully some improvements.
Oh, okay. What is this to the brownies, you mean?
Yes.
Oh.
So, funny you mentioned Bake Off.
Okay.
Because the cookbook which I've got is Liam Charles's cookbook.
And he's from Bake Off, isn't he?
He's from Bake Off, and I think he hosts Junior Bake Off now.
Oh, okay. That's one way to keep him in the money game, isn't it?
He's a cheeky chappy.
Why?
Because he just is. That's just his personality. He's just cheeky.
Oh, right, I see. He's a cheeky chappy like that, is he?
Yeah.
A bit like young Jamie Oliver. Not old and serious Jamie Oliver.
Yeah. Still a bit fun.
Yeah. Okay.
So he's got a brownie recipe, and I thought I'm just going to give that a go. It is not the best written recipe.
Right.
It says you've got to have 200 and something grams of butter, but at no point in the method does it tell you where to put the butter into.
Oh, right, I see.
So you sort of have to go, oh, where's it go? Okay, yeah, we'll just drop it in there. It'll be fine.
Just mix it in with that.
Yeah, and it worked out. The brownies were good.
Nice.
But they were just plain brownies. Next time, I'm going to drop some chocolate chips in there.
Oh, go on then. Go on then.
Because at the start you melt up some dark chocolate.
Yeah.
And that's where I put the butter. I melt it all in together.
There we go.
Which is probably right, I think. I don't know. I'm not a baker. And then you combine it with all the flour
dry.
and the sugar. Yeah.
Well, yeah. If it's wet, you combine the wet and the dry, and then you just sort of do whatever at the end.
Bring it all together. But it does leave without those little chips or anything. It's tasty. It's quite fudgy in its way, but I just wanted just that little extra change in texture with more chocolate.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So I think I'm going to, because it's dark chocolate goes into the recipe proper, I'm going to add some milk chocolate and some white chocolate
to bring it back
chips.
up a little bit. Yeah.
Because they are sweet because there's two different types of sugar in there.
Yeah. Right. So he can't tell you where to put the butter, but he's go and spend £5 on this, muscovado that you don't need.
Yeah,
you do need muscovado.
But it makes a good difference. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
So I made those. They were pretty tasty. They lasted a few days, which was good.
Nice.
And then I also made.
Here we go.
Right, here we go. Let's get my best
drum roll, please.
Brazilian accent art. powder queijo.
That's actually pretty good. Well done.
Thank you. That, for those non-Portuguese speaking listeners, and also the Portuguese ones who could not decipher my translation there, it's actually cheese bread, Brazilian cheese bread.
Oh, I bet they make a nice cheese bread over in Brazil.
They make a lovely cheese bread. But you need tapioca flour.
Okay.
Which you can't get in Tesco.
No.
Well, not in our Tesco anyway.
No.
So that has to be a special Amazon order.
Oh, you can't get it in the World Food aisle of Asda, maybe?
I don't know. I don't shop in Asda.
Neither do I, and I'm an Aldi man. I might pop down there and have a look for you. It's close to home.
It's very,
It's unique, though, isn't it, tapioca flour?
Yeah, and it needs to be that flour as well. You can't substitute it with other flour.
Oh, I see. That's a lighter flour? Is it a lighter dough?
But what I would say is, when you put it all together and you mix it all together, somehow there's a smell of potato. Like it's almost like cheesy mash.
Oh, like a starchy smell.
Yeah. So I think some people, like, if they struggle with it, they try and put corn starch in there. But it doesn't really work. But that's like the closest thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, makes delicious cheese bread. You're supposed to make it with Parmesan. I just use extra mature cheddar.
Yeah.
We
love a bit of cheddar.
Bit of crackler.
Yeah,
it's really good.
It's nice cheese crackler.
When you cook them, and they're still warm, you open them up. It is just like cheesy mash inside.
Oh,
which is delicious.
Yeah,
but it's not really potato, so it's kind of a bit weird. Still delicious. The next day, I've discovered it this time because I've never done it before. I've made these quite a few times, but the first time I did this was this weekend. I chopped these cheese breads in half.
Yeah.
The inside's firmed up a bit, so it's more like bread. I then stick them, cut side up, under the grill.
Oh, to really...
And just give them a nice little toast up.
Oh.
And then a touch of butter on the top there.
Stop it, you slut. You bread slut.
And because of the way it is, because of the shape of them, the butter pools in there because it's obviously still hot. Yeah.
Oh.
It was delicious.
They sound way too nice.
Yeah,
they sound delish.
And they're not difficult to make either.
No.
But worth having a go. The flour's quite expensive.
Yeah, but the flavour town that you get out of them.
Yeah,
that's what we want.
Yeah, but they're also a messy make, but worth it. Absolutely worth it.
Nice. And
I'll be making some more at some point. I've no doubt.
Do you know what? I want the listeners to make some and send us in there. Say the word again.
Powder queijo.
Yeah, send us in your pictures of that. Get baking, people.
I will write in the description what they're called.
Yeah.
And also, because I can never remember what they're called, I search for Brazilian cheese bread, and I just go for the good food.
Yeah.
recipe.
So it's on BBC Good Food. There we go, people. There's a little challenge for all of you 15 listeners that we have. Hey, come on now.
Come on now. Let's get involved with some cheese bread.
Cheesy bread. I love cheesy bread. I love cheesy scones, cheese on toast, cheesy crumpets, cheesy,
everything.
Pies.
Yep.
Just love cheese.
All about it.
All about cheese. Yes. Oh, I love putting it in mash as well.
It goes with everything.
Yeah.
Love cheese. One final thing I want to talk about.
Go for it.
Because it's a big one. I've saved it till last.
Okay.
And it's not the film chat.
Oh.
Because I'm not going to talk about them until I watch them.
Oh, okay. You were teasing me pre-record.
Yeah.
Come on now.
I'm just making you aware of what's coming up.
Okay.
And, but on Sunday gone, so we are recording this on the 15th of August.
Yeah.
So on Sunday gone, which would be the 12th?
The 11th.
11th. Sherry and I released our very first YouTube video.
Yes, you did. And I give it a like.
Thank you very much.
I watched it.
Yep.
Literally from start to end, even though I've seen it a few times. I was like, no, I'm going to watch it now. It's official.
I appreciate that.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's out
there.
It's out there.
It's out there. I saw the little Insta stuff as well.
Yeah, we did a little bit of warm up for it. A couple of shorts, 3 little shorts.
Yeah, I've been tagged in the old Facebook. You know, at everybody.
Yeah.
Sounds like it's not really personal. Just tag me in with all the other minions, but it's all good. Shares, I'll let you off.
Yeah, well that's all right because you've had the preview.
I have had the preview. It's a good video. I actually really like it, and I like videos like that because, like, it's easy. It's like easy listening, but for your eyes and ears.
Yeah, I mean, if this voice that you're listening to right now already puts you to sleep, imagine that narrating a video with nice pictures in it,
with waterfalls and nice sort of, you know, Zelda-esque music.
It's perfect, isn't it? For just before you go to sleep, if you're one of those people that needs to watch something.
Yeah, if you watch David Attenborough to fall asleep to, put this video on. Because no, but that aside, people aren't going to fall asleep to it. I really like it, and I like the footage, and I like because I've obviously seen the process to get to where it is now.
Yeah,
like I've enjoyed seeing you progress that video from, you know, look at this.
Yeah.
When you first showed it me, and it was, you know, what, 8 minutes long, 9 minutes long. I thought, God, it's a bit long for a vid, innit? But actually, now you've worked on it and you've narrated stuff over it and all of that.
Yeah.
It's come together to be like a nice little story.
I think it goes through quite quick.
Yeah, now that's what I mean. Now,
yeah,
looking back, the 8 minutes isn't an issue because actually I kind of want more. Like, where else have you been? Do you know what I mean? Like, oh no, you're going back to London. Boring.
Yeah, I know.
You know, and I can't wait to see the next one because you're going to be a busy boy.
Yes. Well, I can tell you, I've already got so much footage that I need to work through, so it's going to take some time.
Yeah.
But there will be another video coming.
Nice.
And what I can tell you as well is that this next video is going to have more video footage.
Oh, okay. So less stills and more video.
Yeah, so that first video that we've just released has come from a time before we even considered making a video.
Yeah.
So we didn't prep for video.
No, you just took pictures because they were nice and you're trying to build a portfolio.
And then we just decided to, can we turn this into a video? Let's have a look. Let's have a go. And that's what we've done. The next one, so everything's in development. The next one is more video.
I'm looking forward to this.
The third one, which we haven't even recorded yet, now we've got a plan on how we're going to start doing stuff moving forward. So each one's incrementally is probably going to be slightly nicer than the last one, we hope.
Well, after you get used to what you're doing, get a plan down, and you go, that didn't work this time. Next time, let's do this plan instead.
Yeah.
And then, well, it's just like the podcast, isn't it?
Yeah, we just
keep working at it. It gets better and better every single time.
We keep failing till we get it right. We're failing upwards.
Failing upwards, yeah, I like that. That's the way it is.
So if you've not seen it yet, you can find us at SJB_adventures on YouTube.
Yes.
That underscore is important.
Because there is another SJB adventures, I think, or SJB travel.
There's something there that's kind of weird
Similar.
and blocking us, but that's because we're new, so...
Yeah. SJB_adventures. It's a very nice vid. It's great to see some stuff, especially if you've never been to that part of the world, and you also get to see sort of the route that Jamie and Sherry took on their journey. So if you ever wanted an idea, if you were going to travel around there to see which route you should take, you know, they sort of planned it out, and you can guess by the map sort of which way you're going and stuff. It's a nice, easy watch video. And it's informative. The pictures are great, and and it's nice to have that bit of narration on there.
Thank you.
It works well.
Yeah,
because I know how long that took you to sort of get that down and in there. So not only do I appreciate it video-wise, I appreciate the effort.
Well, thank you very much. Appreciate it. So if you are bored for 10 minutes, go and have a look. Make sure to subscribe to it as well, because it's good for us.
Yeah,
and you won't miss the next one.
That's it. Yeah. But if you can't subscribe to our podcast or whatever, then, you know,
well,
how are they going to subscribe to that? Get subscribing to everything. Come on.
It's one button. It's dead easy. Come on. Come on. Right. Well, that is enough of me jibber jabbering.
Quit yo jibber jabber, boy.
So, my friend over here, Mr. Shawnee.
Mr. Shauno, mate. I've got a little list there.
Good. We love. You always have a list. We
I've got a little
love
list.
a list.
I've always got a little list. I don't know where to start because it's all jumbled up into a non-order.
That's okay.
So I'll do sort of like the weird little bits first. First of all, I'm going to mention Starfield.
Right.
I've mentioned it every week since I got a new Xbox.
Yeah.
I can tell you now, I've uninstalled it, deleted my save, and I'm never downloading it again.
No.
I've had enough of it. Bethesda, sorry. I was enjoying it until one moment, and I'll tell you which moment this is.
Go on.
Typical weird Bethesda thing.
Yes.
So, I was doing 2 missions, and they sort of go parallel side by side.
Yes.
One of these missions is collect evidence for stuff. So, like, you just pick up a book or something, and it's evidence.
Yeah.
Whereas another one of these is like a physical mission, like go and talk to people, bit of shooting, blah, blah, blah. I went to a spaceship, right, for one of these missions, and I was sort of undercover doing a few things. When you finish that mission, because the game also, there's no sort of like little hint box to show you sort of where the evidence is. It's literally, if you don't know, look online. Because somebody will have all the pictures for you. Didn't do that, did I? So when I finished the actual sort of walkabout mission on this spaceship,
yeah,
and then I sort of finished that mission, the spaceship disappears.
Oh.
So, and I looked online, trolled obviously all the usual haunts I go to when I find an issue and see if anybody else has had the same problem. That's the first thing you do, innit?
Yeah,
you go, has anybody else had this? Is it just me? Am I being really dumb? And then you see like 1,000 other people have gone, yeah, this is crap. The ship's disappeared and you can't get it back ever again.
Oh, what?
So, and I'm a bit of a completionist, and I wanted to finish this other mission because the one that runs parallel affects the sort of story of this arc.
Yes.
So, do you know what I mean? So even though I'm doing the walkabout missions, this evidence one affects the end sort of mission of that storyline.
Oh, okay, yeah.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the Assassin's Guild in Skyrim or whatever, or the the werewolf thing. Like it's the same mission, but it runs over many. So yeah. So after that, and I read that online, I went, oh, well, I'm not starting a new save file because it's going to bug me like hell, and it's really bugging me. Like, I mean, it was bugging me. So I went, do you know what I'm going to do? Bang, uninstall, delete my save file as well. I was like that. No. Not with Space Marine 2 coming out soon, which is what I really want. I was like, I've put in all them hours into Starfield, and now one thing I was really interested in, and I really wanted to get it done, and it was actually like cool, like I liked the way the story was going, and there's not even a patch for it. It's been out for years now. Loads of people have talked to them about it. Apparently, they've got screenshots of them emailing customer services and whatnot just to be like, oh, can't we just somehow go and get it?
Yeah.
No support.
That's
And I know it sounds petty.
very poor, though, isn't it?
I know it sounds petty, but I was just like the effort I've put into it, and because I missed one or two little bits that I can't ever get, it affects that whole side of the storyline for me. Because I really wanted to get to the end of what was I don't want to drop any spoilers. But you hand in this evidence, and it affects because you're working for 2 factions, and one of them's undercover.
Yeah.
So, like, it affects, obviously, what you're doing. It's not police work. But, yeah, just... so I deleted it in the end. Literally, like, took me less than 2 minutes to make a decision. Because too many times on stuff like that have I started a new save.
That is the most frustrating thing.
Mm.
And
because it auto-saves as well, so frequently, there's no auto-save far enough back that you're still on the ship, because obviously by then I've gone to 5 different systems, done all this other stuff, handed the mission in, and then you're like, oh, I can never go back. And you downloaded it as well, didn't you? Because I was blathering on about it.
Well, to be honest, I haven't even started playing yet.
Well, if you do, if you want to do collectibles, make sure you have a list printed off. So if you go anywhere, you can be like, right, I'll get these now. Yeah. So you don't have
miss
what
out
happens
just
to
in
me.
case. Yeah.
Because I'm at the point where most games I go, oh, it doesn't matter. But because I was really invested in that, and it was a new game on a new console I'd brought, and I had a bit of downtime, and I was really into it, and then just for it to do that, smack me around the mouth.
It's just the worst, isn't it? It's the complete. You're in love, and then you're in hate,
just like that.
Snap,
And it's a simple fix, and I know it means they have to recode everything, but surely they could just be like, oh, here's a quick patch.
Or, do you know what? The ship disappeared, but there was a shuttle fired off.
Yeah, the evidence is in that.
And it's landed on this planet.
Yeah, go and get it from this planet. Yeah.
And that's where it is. And it can just say, like, if you've struggled, if you didn't get it on the ship, don't worry, it's on this planet here.
Yeah, you still have to go look for it.
Yeah,
but it's on a planet. Like, I would be happy with that.
Yeah,
because I don't mind working for it.
Because that can't be that difficult, surely.
Just to code in a couple of bits of map scrap from the shuttle, and then just on the floor, one of the little things you pick up.
Yeah.
Like, are you telling me it's not? But yeah. But after that, I thought, do you know what I'm going to do?
Go on.
I'll start Jedi Survivor.
Yes.
And I'll invest properly into this.
And how are you getting on with it?
I got quite far into Fallen Order.
Yeah.
I don't think I completed it, though. My little brain told me I had, but I don't think I actually have.
Yeah, I've got a feeling I did, but I don't like you. It was so long ago now. It was years ago.
Yeah, I can't remember.
Can I remember the ending? No.
Like, I don't ever remember seeing Darth Vader, so I can guarantee I probably didn't get near the end. But, loving Jedi Survivor, I'm finding like, I've got it on Padawan.
Yeah.
And I'm still dying loads.
It's hard, isn't it? I thought it was really hard.
Yeah.
I find the control system a bit too fiddly.
I find the controls back to front.
Are we just getting old? Is this what it is?
Probably.
Like, we now can't fathom out what controls are anymore.
Yeah, because Max is only like a year younger than me. He's having a great time.
Yeah.
Because he started it as well. And like I said, I've got it on easy. Easy. And I'm still like, unless I'm fighting stuff which is too experienced for me. But then, like, why would it be there? But
then you get into a fight with about half a dozen stormtroopers.
And you take no damage.
Or you take loads of damage, and you're like, how am I unable to defeat these guys? Because they've got the energy batons and all this sort of stuff. And you're like...
And you're not dodging out the way quick enough.
Yeah.
You're smashing Y to dodge. But I think the mapping's a bit wrong, so I might go in and change the controls, because I hate the fact you press...
The top button.
The top buttons for some powers, and then the other side for your force and stuff. It's a bit like...
Yeah.
I'd rather it be the trigger, and then I'd rather, instead of X and Y, I'd rather B be like the power strike, and X be the light one. Why is it Y? It's like the mapping, you're trying to do things.
I did struggle with that, and I've died many times in that game.
I'm glad you have as well, because at some points I was like, I did this fight.
Is this like the Dark Souls effect?
It must be.
So like every game now is to be impossible.
Maybe.
Unless you just spend hours and hours grinding. But I get bored really quick.
Yeah, I want to move on.
Yeah, if I die too often, I'm just like, no, I've had enough.
Yeah.
And if I turn off the game at that point, the last memory I have is...
I died loads.
I couldn't be bothered. I gave up on it because I couldn't be bothered, and I'm not going back into it, so what else have I got to play?
Yeah. And this is probably what's going to happen to me, because as well now... Like, I'm really liking it. I love the customization. I love the little droid. I like how...
I do like BD1. He's a
cute little bubba, isn't he? And I love how the map kind of shows you which way you've got to go.
Yeah.
Not as in, like, the map you can look at, but, like, the general environment.
Yeah.
But it also is so... sort of not obvious that you can run off to the sides and find random little bits.
As I think about it now, I think it's very Tomb Raider-ish in that sense.
Yeah.
Like, you know where you need to go.
I need to go up that path,
but you've got to do the puzzles to shift this bit to get to that bit, to do the force bit here.
Yeah.
How far are you in?
I've literally just got the Mantis repaired. So I'm not. So by right, so I'm not that far, but I've been playing that game for hours and hours.
Have you met the roller mines yet?
Yes.
Okay, so that's like one of the key sort of puzzles, and having to drag those across a map without them blowing up is quite...
Yeah, because you need to keep them far away from you. But when you start force pulling, they start to go anyway.
Well, that's it. So once
you got to drop it.
Once you've... So I get to chase me.
Yeah. So
and
it's
then,
blue and yellow line, not red.
And then just as I get to where I need to be, that's when I turn around, grab them, spin back,
throw.
That's
what I was doing.
And that's how I sort of did it. If that's the easiest way or not, I don't know, but that's
this is it. Yeah, because I'm also trying not to watch YouTube about it.
Yeah, I never really watch too much. I mean, I have with Daisy because there's
a lot to think about
and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
There's so much stuff I haven't even done yet.
Well, this is the same with Jedi Survivor.
I want to know how to make a ghillie suit. And
you can make ghillie suits on there.
Yeah, and I watched a video of a guy. He wrapped himself up in a full ghillie suit, had his sniper rifle all covered in the leaves and that, so he's fully camo. And he was running along, and he could hear some shooting or something. He looked across at this ridge, and there's like top of a mountain or whatever. Got himself into a good position, could see these two guys sort of running around at the top doing whatever they're doing. And he shot him. And he was 1,000 meters away. It was incredible. But then what he did was, he said, just to show you how... So the whole point of this video was just to show you how hard it was to spot somebody wearing the ghillie suit. He says, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the camera to where they are. And then I'm going to zoom in on my position.
Yeah.
And you don't see him until we're this far apart, like as we stand here
2
talking,
feet away.
yeah.
Because of the gun, I expect.
Yeah, like he's just in, not in like deep grass or anything, but he's got some trees around him. He is on grass. But he's just invisible.
Mm.
You just can't be seen. But if you're just in normal clothes, you sort of just light up almost.
Yeah.
Even when you pick up all the camo gear, you still kind of just show up a lot. So yeah. But anyway, that's what the only YouTube videos I watch.
Yeah, this is it, and I'm trying not to watch any. But I met a Rancor for the first time.
Did you defeat the
in
Rancor?
the cave? No, and I'll tell you for why. Because I was so close every time. I must have tried 12 times.
Yeah.
One, I think I'm too low sort of level. I need some more health. Because it was in the cave.
Because it can just one shot you.
Yeah, and if it grabs you, which I get, like when it glows red, you've got to dodge, not parry.
Yeah.
And when it, and all these sorts of things. I get that. I get the mechanics. However, that Rancor can be at the back of the cave, but when it does its grab move, it's like the game jumps it forward to get as close to you as possible. Like it doesn't grab and say if you dodge out the way and you're actually like a meter in front of it, it can't reach you. Like I was finding this thing, and I found this when I played Monster Hunter years ago, Monster Hunter World. Like it's too far away to actually grab you when it starts its sort of coding for this move.
Yeah.
But then because the game needs it to grab you, it like jumps forward, and I kept getting. That's the only reason I kept getting killed. I was like on the other side of the cave. Right, let me just turn the camera around so I can see where he is. Oh, I'm miles away from him. Oh no, dead.
Yeah.
So I left that for now. I'll go back.
Yeah, so I met the Rancor. I died a ridiculous number of times. I kept running in.
Oh yeah, I must have
stuff.
died like 12 times before I gave up.
Force throw the stick into his mouth. That works one time.
Yeah, and only when he glows red. If you do it when he's not about to do his big charge attack, it just bounces off him.
Oh, okay. So I thought it just happened once. So that's all I've done is just one time. But then you're right next to a fast travel spot.
This is it. You're right next to the thing.
You can go through the game and you can get better at the game and
just fast travel back
later on and just defeat it.
Yeah.
I don't think the rewards out of it are probably worth the fight.
No, because it was for that rumour, which is another thing about Jedi Survivor. Why are they called rumours?
Yeah,
because it's not a rumour when the girls physically asked me to go and find these dead prospectors.
Yes.
Like, it's not a rumour, love. You've actually asked me to do it. It's a favour, not a rumour. But this is another thing about it which I struggle, and I get this is the Dark Souls element of it. I'm used to playing Starfield for so long, like a little blue diamond comes up on the map.
Yeah.
And if you press a button, it's got a really faint little line. Oh, just go this way.
Yeah, a little hint.
Because you just want to get on with it.
You can,
do you know what I mean?
You can do that, though, in Jedi Survivor, but you have to summon the line, I think. Like, I think you have to press a button and it'll show you.
Yeah.
But it's not always present.
It's not always present. And when you load up the map, it's so sort of because they want it to look like a hologram, it's just like PS1 graphics. And I'm like, I don't know if that's above ground, below ground. Like, what actually is it I'm looking for? There's nothing. And then you can't remember who's given it to you because obviously the NPCs aren't highlighted either.
No.
Like, you've got to remember where everybody stood. So I was a bit like, I know it's really difficult, but I just want something to relax to.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind running around the wilds killing stuff or bumping into people. But like, we crashed the Mantis and it's felt like I've just been on one massive prologue until Greaves fixed the Mantis.
Yeah,
and I
that's
was like,
it.
So in a minute, I couldn't even bring myself to carry on with the game because I was like, it's taken me so long to get to this point where it's sort of like I can almost be free of the shackles.
Yeah, now you can travel to what planet you would like to travel to.
Yeah, like, I'm just... Why?
Yeah.
I've got lost so many times and randomly done this, and then I've got to heal. So what happens? All the enemies respawn.
Yeah, that's
and you're a bit like, I've just defeated that really bad boss over there, and I need health, but as soon as I rest, he's going to be back.
Yeah.
Which again is sort of Dark Soulsy, but anyway, I'm still enjoying it kind of, but I'm really looking forward to Space Marine because that literally just looks like Gears of War on crack, which is just drop in, shoot, kill stuff with your mates and have a good time.
Yeah.
I'll stay on the games for a little while.
Yeah, let's do it.
I vowed to myself I'd never buy a Magic the Gathering deck.
I did wonder because I saw a picture.
You saw the picture I put on Insta.
Yeah, and I thought, what is that card game that you're playing?
Yeah, Magic the Gathering Commander it is.
Yeah.
So these are pre-made decks, and it's all like matched up, and they're 100 cards each.
Yeah.
So imagine the pre-made decks on Pokemon, and they go, oh, it's not great, but here's a pre-made one, and if you buy one of the same level, it'll have the same kind of cards in it.
Oh, okay.
So it's a bit like that. I love raccoons, and they've just brought out sort of like this like little woodland sort of genre.
Right, okay.
Couple of boxes with like a rabbit and a raccoon and hamsters or whatever.
Yeah.
And I had to buy the raccoon one.
Obviously.
I love raccoons.
If you love a raccoon.
Love a raccoon.
There's a bandit mask on.
That's it. Trash panda. Yeah, do you know what? Really enjoyed it.
Good.
You know, I used to play Pokemon cards quite a lot. It's kind of similar. I've picked up how the game plays, but it's also very difficult because it's just your mate you're playing with can go, oh, I know I've got less than you power, but this card means that you have to destroy that you've been building up for 2 turns.
Right.
And you're like, oh, it's very much a game of, oh, got ya, you didn't know I had that, gotcha, got your moments that you won't get in Warhammer. Anyway, that was very good. I like that. The artwork on them cards is lovely.
Who did you play with?
That's Alex and Max.
No.
So we played in a threesome, so you can play more than just 1v1.
Yeah.
You can sort of add
well,
people
that's good
in.
then, isn't it? Because you can have a proper little party.
Yeah.
Literally a gathering.
Literally a gathering, yeah. And I think it's meant for more than 2 people because you sort of form random little alliances and you're like, well, he's getting a bit too big. I won't attack you this turn, I'll attack him, but wink wink. Like,
yeah.
You're going to leave me alone next turn, yeah? Sort of thing. Very good. Love the cards. They've got loads. They've got like Assassin's Creed, dinosaurs, animals, Lord of the Rings,
really?
You know, whatever. Couple of Space Marine decks. Yeah, these commanders are quite good. I don't know if I could deal with the proper game. Like these sort of pre-made decks seem to be like my limit.
Yeah.
But yeah, very good. Very good. Should get a little deck. We'll have a little game sometime if you like cards like that.
Well, why not?
They're pricier than Pokemon cards though.
That's
like a pre-made deck's like over £30. And yeah, there's 100 cards in that deck.
But that's all right. We'll have that. We'll have some beers.
There you go. Yeah, this is what I'm thinking. Come round to Alex's. We'll do a 4x4.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice. Oh, I made a sausage casserole the other day.
Nice.
But I had a quarter of a jar of sweet chili jam in the cupboard. And I was craving some sweetness because sausage casserole is sweet. It's a sweet casserole.
Yeah.
But I wanted just like an actual sweetness. Plonked that I put the whole jar in there. The last quarter of that jar went into. I tell you what, it was bloody delicious.
Nice.
Honestly, honestly, and because I put a parsnip in there as well, which is sweet.
Yeah, it's a nice sweet vegetable, isn't it?
Sweet veggie. Oh, it was so nice. Like I had enough for dinner for me one day, and then me and Nan had it for dinner again the next day. Like, oh, it was so nice. I think Nan even polished hers off quick.
Really?
Because she's got a sweet tooth. So good, because it wasn't like eating chocolate. It was just like a really sweet stew.
Just yeah.
But with that little warmth of the chili, like I'm telling you, the little warmth that
just did it.
Oh, dude, yeah. Had to mention it. Good.
I do like a sweet chili.
Yeah. Oh, sweet chili is like so nice, and I like it on cheese on toast.
Well, funny you mention that. Guess what I had for my lunch today?
Sweet chili cheese on toast.
Sweet chili cheese on toast.
Yes, there we go. Come on. So we're just connected, aren't we?
Yeah.
Telepathically in love.
Yeah. Yesterday I got a Thai takeaway from Giggling Squid in Salisbury.
Ooh.
Which is pretty tasty. Spring rolls. The
Delightful,
best.
are they? Nice.
The best. I love them. Nice and crispy. But they come with a little thing of sweet chili. Sherry didn't want hers, so I brought it home.
Yeah.
And today I thought I'm sticking that on my cheese on toast, and that's what it's going to be. And it was glorious.
Oh, I love it. Oh, yes. Go on, boy. Did I say sweet chili sauce? I meant sweet chili jam.
You did say jam.
Jam.
But then I got excited and just thought, yeah, sweet chili.
Yeah. Anything sweet chili is good. And I love putting it in cooking.
Yeah.
Just
works, doesn't it?
Yeah. And it's like I did some roasted veg today, and with tuna in it, and then I boiled some rice. But like that had tomato puree, paprika, garlic, peri salt.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mixed herbs and a little bit of butter. And I tell you what, that was Moorish as hell. And I think it's the butter. It's obviously the butter that makes, because all drips and mixes in, and it's just lovely jubbly. But yeah, Nan polished that off as well. I think I'm finding my thing here with Nan.
Yes.
I just need to make it Moorish and sweet, and she'll eat whatever I put in front of her. If I took home fish and chips from the shop, as long as I put some Damara sugar over it, she'd probably go, "Oh, I love that. Great."
Excellent.
Yeah. Right, last thing I'm going to talk about, because I know time's getting on a little bit. So I went to Wales, didn't I?
You did, yes.
For me little like.
We got very excited when we talked about this last week.
We did. I'm sorry to say, ladies and gents, it was a bit of I fell through hard. A couple of things. A, I'm not fit enough. Even though I thought I would be. Well, I say that. If I had the correct bag, and I didn't take the amount of water that I did, because I overcompensated and took 2 big bottles, I only needed to take 1.
Yeah.
So I already had extra weight on me back.
I'm gonna cut in here and say, 1, I still think you're fit enough, because you'll be fitter than you think you are. But 2, it wasn't your supposed lack of fitness which has slowed you down. It's having a bag of incorrect proportions.
Yeah.
And even the weight that you carried was probably fine.
It was all at the bottom, though.
But
yeah.
As you described your bag to me beforehand, you had a wide bag where what you needed was a slim but
thin
tall
bag, tall bag. Yes. Yeah.
And you would have had a better center of gravity.
Yeah.
It would have been easier.
Essentially, people had a Bergen, an old army Bergen. So all of the heavy items went down to the bottom of the bag and spread out.
Yeah.
So it was like having a tortoise shell on my back all day. Like my air mattress was light. The little gas stove thing I had was light.
Mm-hmm.
I carried the tent pegs. Reese actually carried the tent itself. I had some really light food. Like my food didn't weigh anything.
Yeah.
Obviously the 2 massive bottles of water. Like I say, because we were passing through a town. Like on the second day, I wouldn't have really needed that other water, but
you didn't know that, so it's better to be
prepared,
over prepared with your water than
under prepared. I'll tell you what though, some good things about it, because we did come home on the second day. Like we only camped for 1 night, we were supposed to camp for 2, and because like I explained to Jamie before this, we hit a fern forest like half an hour into the hike.
Yeah.
and it took us an hour extra than it should have done to get through.
Yeah.
Almost, because it was so overgrown. But that's where the path was. And like if we went off the path, we would have been on steeper incline with the same fern. We needed to stay as flat as possible to get through it. So yeah, but it was a lovely hike, apart from being an absolute agony by the end. And when we camped, because it was quite a sort of foggy, horrible couple of days up there, the cloud cover cleared a bit when we actually set up camp on top of this cairn.
Yes.
I can't remember where this cairn's called. It's sort of along the Beacon Way. We actually walked loads. Excuse me. So when I say my fitness ain't great, that's more from a carrying perspective, not the walk. Like I was able to walk it.
This is what I mean. Like if you'd had a better bag for you,
yeah,
then it would have been all right. If you'd filled your Bergen completely, it probably would have been better again.
Yeah, with equal weight instead of nothing at the top and all weight at the bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was literally killing me though. And the last sort of steep incline we did, I was managing 5 steps, and then I had to stop, catch me breath, because my heart was in my head.
Yeah.
Telling me like you're gonna have a heart attack in a minute.
Yeah, it's not ideal.
Yeah. Anyway, all of that rubbish aside, because my feet were fine, by the way. Like I didn't even have sore feet or sore legs,
which is great.
Which is mental, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's just me back and me heart. The view where we camped, yes, it was grey and soggy, but it was lovely looking down them valleys, and you can see the path the glaciers took all them thousands of years ago. It's mental how people live up there, and as opposed to, like, the rounds around there must be pathetically small. They must only have like 10 houses on a round, because it takes half an hour to get up these. You know what I mean, to do these things. Lovely houses. Lovely walk. We actually walked so far, even though we didn't get to where we wanted to get on the first day. So we were already put back so much. And then the walk back to the car to the next day was really wet and horrible, like we were drenched.
Yeah.
So when your shoes can't dry either, because it's just generally wet, you're walking in wet shoes all day. It wouldn't have been ideal. However, the neggy aside, I had a great time seeing Reese and doing that with him. I'll be more prepared next time, and it were lovely. And I really want to take him, because there's this certain shelf on the Black Mountains where he wanted to camp, and I'm like, we'll get up there one day. And we're going to set up camp there, and you can say that you've camped on this little place you found on your map. You want to go and do it. There were horses in the night running round, sheep up this cairn when we were camping. You know, we had these sort of high protein rehydrate meal things that come in a bag.
Okay,
and we bought our water and stuff. Yeah, it's just nice though. And like I just kept quoting Lord of the Rings.
I bet you had the theme music in your head the entire time.
I did the entire way. It's so weird, isn't it? Yeah, you know, tomatoes, bacon, nice crispy sausages, Mr. Frodo. Put it out, you fools! Put it out! You know, if I take one more step, this is the farthest I've ever been from home. You know, like every single step I took. Yeah, no, really nice. Love the Welsh people as well, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
When we were walking back to the car, and we got back to the town that we had parked the car in, because I just sort of parked it on a street somewhere. Because we that was the starting place. You go up this farm and then you're up there. So I parked in this town, and this bloke pulled up, and he was just chatting to us for 5-10 minutes. Where have you been? What have you been up to? Yeah, it's pretty wet up there. That can't be helped. This is Wales. Like, laughing it off. Like, where are you going now? Do you want to warm up with a coffee? Here's a couple of nice places in town.
Oh, that's nice,
because you don't know where you're going. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was like, never.
You're not got that here.
Here would anybody pull up, unless it was to throw abuse at you or to ask directions. You know. But yeah, so nice.
It's not often they get to see actual live hobbits.
Well, this is it. Yeah. I should have just took my shoes off, and I would have just literally looked the part. Yeah, lovely guy. And in fact, every person I met was happy, smiley.
Yeah.
Even in the rain, and just like generally, like people walk their dogs around here, they don't even look at you.
No.
Like, I say good morning to people. which I picked up from my granddad's and stuff. Good morning when I'm walking the dog.
Yeah.
But most people just walk their heads down. But down there in Crickhowell, there's Crickhowell boyo by the valleys. Lovely people. Honestly, heads up. Good morning. You all right? Where you going? Like, did you manage?
Nice,
did you manage it up there? No. Oh, don't worry, boys. There's always next time. You coming back? We need you to come back. It's nice to see new faces round here. Do you know what I mean? No. So I did feel guilty because, like, when we drove back to his dad was like, "Oh, well, you said that you were going to stay with him another night. Do you want to stay here?" But I was so like, this is how bad my bag was. My back was so sore, like it had bruised inside. I was like, oh no, I better just go home because I need to lay on my bed.
Yeah,
I think, and just
need your comfort.
I need my comfort here to rest and stuff like that. Plus, Reese was knackered because he had done all the like map reading and and then stuff like that. So yeah, I sort of went home and I texted Reese when I got home and I was like, I feel a bit guilty because we didn't get that far. But on reflection, we did get pretty far. I mean, Reese has obviously spoke since then, and I played some Warhammer with him. Like the next day, I went back up there with a couple of little armies. We had a little fun game,
Nice.
And even he said it was so wet. Like, so I think we were both kind of happy with it. So that guilt is gone now.
Good.
And I'm looking forward to trying again. And I'm happy to invest in a better bag and pack better, and sort of go a little bit more Bear Grylls-y about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it'll take a couple of times, I reckon.
Yeah, and then we'll be camping up there for a couple of
like
nights.
Like we've always said, failing upwards.
Failing upwards. That is it. Yeah, thank you, people, for letting me waffle on.
Love it.
45 minutes of me just going blah, 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 blah.
That's what I'm here for.
But yeah, I am a bit gutted about Starfield. Just to go back to that, like,
can't be helped.
Because I never had that issue in Skyrim, but I guess that's because the map
there's no spaceships and stuff.
There's no spaceships to fly off, was there? So, like, if there was something you needed, you could always go back.
Pretty much, yeah.
And most games you play, it's like, oh, yeah, you can go back later on. Don't worry.
Yeah,
there's nothing saying you can't go back.
It must have just been an oversight or something.
Yeah, just one of those things. But I'm glad it's gone because, like I say, Space Marine 2 looks amazing. Definitely getting it.
Yeah,
definitely. But I want something to play until then. But I want something I can just load up. You know how it used to be Borderlands 2?
Yeah,
you'd load it up and you could go, I'm not even going to do a mission. I'm just going to go
run,
I'm going to do, or was it Borderlands 3, like the sort of I can't remember what it's called, but it's just like a wave fight thing.
Oh, yeah.
You fight your way through the waves to get to the end.
The
arena. Like, I just want something like that.
Yeah.
But I can't think, and I don't want to go through the rigmarole of starting a game. I just want to be like, oh, go on then, let's just drop me in there.
Yeah, that's why I quite like Fallout. Because you can just pick it up and put it down because...
you can go looking for trouble as well, can't you? Yeah.
That's why I also like playing stuff like Forza, which might not be your cup of tea, but it's just racing games.
Racing games. I never thought about that.
But like Forza Horizon's open world, so you can just jump in your car,
go wherever.
And you can just poodle around. You can get in a race if you want. You can just pretend you're driving in the real world if you really like.
Yeah.
Trying to keep under 30 miles an hour, which is near enough impossible.
Yeah. With your souped up car.
Yeah. So there's options.
Yeah. But we'll talk about this later. We need to talk about Fallout as well later on, maybe next step.
Yes.
We'll talk a bit about that because I've seen some videos that I want you to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I need you to watch them.
Well, let's stop there then.
Let's wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Right. Pleasure talking to you as always.
And pleasure to making your ears bleed, young man and dear listeners. Oh, I also hope you look. Let's get on this supporting hype. I've put a couple of new reels up. I'm still not sure on how to expand it further into the public space of Instagram. But if you ever see anything, just share the story.
Yeah,
I know it's not your thing, but it might help people who are interested who don't know about it to see the story and go, podcast, great. I'll click the link
Yeah.
and have a little look at that. You know, it would be much appreciated. And because only 15 people really download an episode each time, I'm asking you 15 people to just share it, whether it's on Facebook, but I don't think everybody can see that because my actual profile is private. So when I share the story to Facebook, they're not public.
Yeah.
So that's just a me issue. That don't really want my profile to be public, if I'm honest with you. But the Instagram for Qui-Gon is public, so feel free to let your mates know to check it out.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
have a look, see, have a listen to an episode. You know, the Obi-Wan Kenobi series one is probably one of the best. That had 15 downloads straight away.
Bang.
So
Done.
You know, if you want to give something for people to listen to, that's the one, I think.
So where can they find the Instagram profile?
They can find the Instagram profile if they type into their search at WIQGDD.
Lovely. Perfectly executed.
There we go.
Excellent. Right, let's wrap it up there, shall we?
Let's wrap it up.
Again.
Yeah. Oh, by the way.
And another thing.
Oh, just one more thing. Who's that?
That's Columbo.
Correct, sir. Right.
Correctamundo.
Correctamundo.
Right, look after yourself.
Be good.
And stay out of the sand.